Hello. Right, this one is a lesson on quadratic equations. It's the other way around. See where we are. So a quadratic equation is going to be something like this. And we can put equals 0 at the end. And this is really what y is over there. But for the moment, we'll just ignore this 0 bit, because that comes into play when we're solving for x. So first of all, what we do with this is we have to put them back into brackets. So let's go over there because we don't need that bit at the moment. So we'll have to put them back into brackets. So what we do first is we find factors of 12. And the factors of 12 could be 1 times 12, 2 times 6, or 3 times 4. And what we have to do is find factors of 12 and then look at this sign here before the 12, and in this case it's add to make 7, and it's plus 7. So we find factors of 12 that add together to make plus 7. So let's put our brackets here. And there's no coefficient before the x squared, no number before the x squared for the moment. So the two things that make x squared are x times x, and this is like the reverse of FOIL. So if we were to do x times x, we'd get x squared. And we have two numbers here that make 12 that add to 7. So it's 3 and 4. So we've got 3 and 4. Now, 3 times 4 is 12, plus 12, that's good. So it's either going to be 2 minuses or 2 pluses to make plus 12. And they add together to make plus 7. So it's going to just be 3 and 4, like this. And if we were to FOIL this back out, we'd go x times x is x squared, x times 4 is 4x, x times 3 is 3x, 3x, and 3 times 4 is 12. You tidy up the two middle terms, you get 7x plus 12 and x squared at the beginning. So you're back to where you are, back to where you were right there. So that's what we do with this. So let's go at another one. What should we do? 7x plus 10 this time. So we find factors of 10 that add to make 7. So factors of 10 that add to make 7. So we've got x, and 10 is 1 times 10 or 2 times 5. So 2 and 5 make 7, so it's going to be 2 and 5 in there. And 2 plus 2 plus 5 makes 7. That's it. Yeah. X squared plus 9x plus 20. Another one. So factors of 20. 1 times 20. 2 times 10. And 4 times 5. So 4 times 5 is 20, and 4 plus 5 is 9. So there's the answers, yeah? So it's 4 and 5 and plus and plus. Let's come up, get some more room. And some more room. So x squared plus 12x plus 20. So factors of 20 are 1 times 20, 2 times 10, and again 4 times 5. Now this time we need factors that multiply together to make 20, but add together to make 12. So factors of 20 that add to 12, which is 2 and 10. And it's plus 12, so we do that. Now, of course, you can have minus signs, can't you? So we'll put that there, like that, and we'll put x and x in there. So now we want factors of 6 that have a difference of 1. So we got 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. So 2 times 3 is 6, and 3 take away 2 is 1. So they have a difference, so it's 2 and 3. Now, the answer here is minus 6. So in order to multiply these two together, one of them has to be a minus and one of them has to be a plus. And when we add them together, we've got to end up with plus 1. So it's going to be plus 3 and minus 2. Yeah, 3 minus 2 is 1. Minus 2 times plus 3 is 6. Now, if we have minus x minus 6, again, factors of 6, 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. So, down there. So, x goes in there, x goes in there, as always. Now we need factors of 6 that have a difference of 1, which is 2 and 3. So don't worry about that sign at the beginning. And now they have a difference, that when we add them together, they make minus 1. So we're going to have plus 2 and minus 3. Right, x squared plus 3x minus 28. Oh, blimey. Factors of 28 that have a difference of 3. So it's 1 times 28, 2 times 14, 4 times 7. There you go. 4 times 7 makes 28, and 7 minus 4 are 3. So there's what we put in there. So we do this, x and 4 and 7. Now one of them must be a minus, and they have a difference of plus 3. So this must be a plus 7 and a minus 4. X squared minus 9x plus 20. Factors of 20 that have a difference of 9. No, that add together to make 9. So that's going to be 4 times 5. So we put x in there and x in there, and 4 and 5. Now they're both plus, or they're both minus. Yes, because when we add them together they make minus 9, so they've both got to be minus, yeah? Because minus 4 times minus 5 is plus 20, and minus 4 and minus 5 make minus 9. So there's all sorts of combinations with the different signs. Minus 16x plus 64, and these are not too bad. Sometimes you get numbers that just don't work, and you have to use another method, but that's not for this video. So we put x, and yeah, 8 8's 64, aren't they? 8 times 8, and they add together to make minus 16, so they've both got to be minus. They've both got to be minus. Okay, what we got now? Let's have a look. X squared plus 2x minus 15. Okay. So x goes in there, x goes in there. 15. Two numbers that multiply to get 15 have a difference of 2. So it must be 3 times 5. So we'll put 3 in there and 5 there. And difference of 2. So one of them must be minus. and they add together to 8 plus 2, so that must be that. Now, when you get that, you might, instead of just expand, you might get this solve. Solve for x means you have to find the value of x. Now we'll bring back into play this equals 0. Now, in order for the answer of the multiplication of these two brackets to be 0, one of the brackets or the other must be equal to 0, because anything times 0 equals 0. So in order for the left hand bracket to equal 0, x must be equal to 3, because 3 minus 3 equals 0. On the other hand, for the right hand bracket to equal 0, x must be equal to minus 5. So minus 5 plus 5 equals 0. So this is why in a quadratic equation you get two answers. So if we go back to, say, let's have a look at one of the other ones that we did. X squared plus x minus 6. So we have this. So first of all we expand. Well, no, we don't expand. We factorize. We factorize for the brackets. Now 6 is 2 times 3. So we got 2 times 3. Add together to make plus 1. So it's minus 2 plus 3. And if we solve for x, do that. And then in this bracket x must be equal to 2. And in this bracket x must be equal to minus 3. Now also in this lesson we covered something called the difference of two squares, and we just shorten that to dots. Now this is where, when you have a quadratic equation, you don't get a middle part. So if we have x minus 4 and x plus 4, and we did the FOIL on this, we'd go x times x is x squared, x times plus 4 is 4x, and minus 4 times x is minus 4x, and minus 4 times plus 4 is minus 16. And these two middle terms will cancel each other out, so you just end up with x squared minus 16. So this here would be the question, and the find the difference of two squares. You would factorize the x squared minus 16, and you would end up with x minus 4 and x plus 4. Now all you're doing when you're putting these back in the brackets, you're finding the square root of either of them, both of them. So the square root of x squared is x, and the square root of 16 is 4, and you put a minus and a plus. It doesn't matter which way around the minus and the plus goes, but it's the x and the 4 that's important. So if you have, say, x squared minus 49, yeah, what we do, difference of two squares, we just go square root of x squared is x, and the square root of 49 is 7, and we just go plus minus. Doesn't matter, minus plus plus minus. That's all there is to that. Just do one, x squared minus 100. So square root of x squared is x, square root of 100 is 10, and we go plus minus. Now what happens if we have the x squared minus 15? Now 15 is not, it doesn't come out to be a proper number, does it? 15, not an integer anyway. So don't know what the square root of 15 is. We know what the square root of 16 is, and we know what the square root of 9 is, but not the 15. So this is the way we get around this. We put the x squared in, and to write the square root of 15, we just do square root of 15. Yeah? We don't know what it is, but we know that the answer to the square root of 15 can be written like this, square root of 15. That's it, difference of two squares. And that's all there is to that one.